Hello, my name is Andrew Melville, and this is the interviewing project for the HRM class taught by Tony Petrucci. First question is, tell me about yourself. Well, first things first, my name is Andrew Melville. I grew up in a suburban town called Upper Dublin and received what I believe to be a great education. I knew when picking a college I wanted to experience something outside my norm with a very good business program, which is why I came to Temple. Something I really take pride in is the fact that I've got a very strong work ethic that I would like to thank my father for, who currently is battling prostate cancer. Whether it be on my baseball or soccer team, or working to get better in school, or just raking the leaves on an autumn afternoon, my dad drilled hard work and practice. In my experience in the workforce, as a waiter or while working at Chipotle Mexican Grill, I tried my best to be a top performer because I cannot stand to be anything less. At Chipotle, I began to notice a trend when consistently I would be put on the closing crew, which meant that it was important to be a team player so that we could all get out at a reasonable hour. As a new worker there, I saw that as a tough challenge, but I saw it as an opportunity to try to improve efficiency in myself and as a team. As time went on and I continually was given the closing shift, soon thereafter we began to get out at 11 o'clock instead of staying until 12 or so when most closing shifts would go until. I really pride myself in taking initiative and constantly focusing on what my next job was. I also believe I'm a very ethical person as well, and I take pride in that. My mom has given me core ethics that have led to give me the foundation of who I am as a person. I also feel as though one of my greatest skills is being able to listen and critically think. I enjoy hearing about a problem, working in groups to try and solve that problem as quick as smoothly as possible. That challenge is what I really die for. I love to be able to complete a challenge successfully, and the feeling I get inside is the best feeling you can ever imagine. Question number 2, tell me about a significant accomplishment in your life. Normally, I would tell you about how I've led my baseball team or soccer team to a championship, or how I've helped turn a triple play to an intense playoff game, or how I got a really good grade on my senior project in high school. But I'm going to share with you how I benefited from my battle with an inflammatory disease called colitis, and how I was able to overcome a major surgery and hospital stay that lasted about 3 weeks. While I could go on and on about the horrible things I endured, one thing I know I benefited from this is a sense of unbreakable will that I've seen in myself ever since. The physical and psychological tests that I underwent while being in the hospital are more than anything that could ever test me outside of that place. While sitting there, recovering from a total colectomy surgery, I had a lot of time to reflect on my life and how I want to make an impact on others the way they have impacted and helped me through my struggles. I've also realized that I'm not going to let life slow me down anymore, and that from all of that, I really understand that I truly want to be someone in life. I lived my life ever since with the motto, just go for it, which may sound cheesy, but I found out life can take some crazy turns, some for the good, some for the bad, but you have to make the most of them. Along with the scars that will stay with me for the rest of my life, I will always have the memories and lessons that I've learned. To be true to myself, to be reaching for dreams, and to never let anything tell me I can't. Third question is, tell me something you've learned in class. There's been so much I've learned in class that it's hard to just pick one. I've learned that there's so much more to business than I would have ever expected. One thing is that a company's culture, norms, values, beliefs, and goals must be the backbone for an organization. I've come to learn that a company's values must shape its culture, and if you don't fit the culture, you won't be hired. I've learned we must be empowered to make decisions, and often as a leader, empowerment can be one of your greatest teaching abilities. In class, we spent a lot of time talking about Apple versus Microsoft in the Wall Street Journal, and who's winning the battle of innovation. And what I've come to realize is that if you're not in the front of the pack as far as innovation goes, then you need to change your entire strategic plan to be in the front of the market. and be that face of innovation. While Apple has been struggling to find its next CEO, and Tim Cook's only notable achievements is the iPhone 5C, which is just the 5 with a slick plastic case, the 5S, which is just the 5 with a few improvements and a noteworthy fingerprint scanner. Oh, and did I mention the new iPad Air, which is only 1/10 of an inch shorter, 0.71 of an inch narrower, 0.05 of an inch shallower, and a third of a pound lighter. Throw in a couple improvements to the software, and what do we have? Nothing that's going to blow your mind away. Maybe that's not what they're going for, but companies like Microsoft, Samsung, and Google will and already are right on their heels. Maybe they need to find some of Steve Jobs' strategic planning, originality, and motto. Remember when exactly he said, Apple's goal is to own and control the primary technology in everything we do. I've also learned in class that companies want thinkers, problem solvers, and innovators, and not just doers. However, probably the most important thing I've learned in class is that no matter what position you are in a company, it's not all about doing what you can to become the next CEO, to get promoted. It's about what you can do to help build a high performance team that can execute a goal. And that is the most important part about being in part of a business and an organization. To be able to execute that goal, to visualize the goal, perform, and execute. And that is what I believe to be the most important part about being in a business.